Boys and girls, we are back and live. So, little housekeeping. I am not going to be live tonight because baby boy's got a performance. I'm going to go out and see him. So I moved the Thursday night live to next Thursday. We're going to promote it. We're still going to meet up back there. I hope you guys aren't too upset. I do think that a lot of us are probably upset that Harry and Meghan have announced that they are moving back to the United Kingdom. No one is happy about this. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If it's your first time here, my name is Annabelle. I am a psychic and a tarot reader and a tarot teacher for over 35 years. I also am a budding astrologist as of 2026. So guys, welcome, welcome. Everybody come on in, get comfortable. I don't even have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea with me. I got water. That's all I have. I need my hair done. I've got to get out to Pennsylvania in a little while. So guys, let's have some fun. I only have 45 minutes with you before my first appointment of the day. So, all right, we are going to do this with the standard rider weight. I think we need a little purity in this bananas story that just came out, guys. So this is actually going to be our series for the week. I'm scrapping the whole series for the week. This is part one of my Harry and Meghan return to the UK series. So the first episode, this one, we are going to talk about Demon Dictator. Good to see you. Demon Dictator on the watch dropped me a WhatsApp last night. It was like, yo, guess what? And I was like, So this episode, we're going to talk about they're really moving back. What's the timing, the planning, the motive? Who knew, who didn't know, what's hot, what's not. Tomorrow, we're going to have a deeper dive on whatever motive we uncover in this video. On Saturday, we are going to be talking about the Charles Spencer book that Earl Spencer is publishing, that is going to be about his sister Diana, and it looks like it's going to be the extended dance remix of the eulogy that he did at her funeral. So are these things intertwined? We'll unpack that on Saturday. And on Sunday, hi Zeph, I'm sorry I didn't give you a heads up. On Sunday, members only. If you want to become a member, you get to see all of these all at once. On Sunday, we are going to talk about what William is going to inherit as a problem with Harry and Meghan, embedded like ticks, likely in the Cotswolds. I predicted that they were going to go to the Cotswolds. I think they are. Now, I just watched Tom Sykes and Dan Wooten, and Tom Sykes seems to think that he may be coming without Meghan. I got a lot of questions. I'm going to answer mine first, and then I'm going to answer yours in the chat as quickly as possible. I have a hard stop in 45 minutes, though, guys. So let's see if the hardest working psychic on the internet can also be the fastest talking psychic on the internet. Hope you guys are having a great week. I get to see my baby boy, saw him over the weekend, going to see him tonight. It's going to be great. So let me get to my notes on here, kids. I hope you like my thumbnail. I did it really, really quickly. ChatGPT, it's the beginning of the end. That's what a lot of people are saying. So we may do a live on Sunday. I may have to do a live on Sunday, and we may have to discuss this over waffles and pancakes. So let me get back to the top of my notes, kids. I got a lot going on here. All right, so I got some information. So some of the questions I want to answer in this: was this move long planned, or did it just get triggered, perhaps by settlements announcements or punishment announcements? Yeah, I haven't seen any of those, Zeph, but if you want to share some with me, we can have a fun laugh at that. We can have a fun laugh. So we're also going to look at what the primary motivating factor is and what the specific motive of their move is going to be for episode 2 of this. So I am glad that you guys are joining me. I hope that you are as befuddled as I am. Actually, I'm not that befuddled. I'm not surprised. I knew the smaller the bank account got, the more likely it was they were going to go back to the United Kingdom. I am suffering terribly with allergies, guys, so bear with me. And yes, I have taken all of my allergy medicine. I just think I need a little bit more. All right. Anybody, if you have questions for this reading, drop them in all bold. If they're applicable to another part of the series, I will pull them from the comments. So just keep them coming. Eli, 888, I got yours. All right, so we're going to open up. So, here we are. Harry and Meghan reportedly returning to Britain with Archie and Lilibet was announced at about 10 p.m. my time. It was announced pretty late. Allegedly, they're retaining their California home and their reported Portugal property, which it's my understanding that's still under construction. I don't even think they have that yet. King Charles was only informed on Sunday. So why now? Why now? This makes me say, why now? Why now? Guys, don't forget to share this video. Let's get some people over here. Was this something that Harry and Meghan had planned quietly for months? Or possibly was the visit with Charles, did it trigger something in Harry to decide to come back? In a recent reading, those of you that stick around, I did say that it looked like Harry was going to be stepping up and kind of putting the pants on in the family. So maybe something has happened. Maybe something recently happened. So we're going to establish what we know, the facts that are coming out. We're going to test the timeline too. And we're going to see all of the major motives according to me. By the end of this reading, I think we're going to know what motive is going to be the deep dive, and we may even do a poll on it. So sit back, guys, relax. I'm going to talk as fast as I can. So what's already happened? Harry and Meghan are reportedly returning. Archie and Lilibet are reported to attend school in Britain. They're going to retain Montecito. These are the things that have been reported. They'll continue to have the Portugal property, their other royal property. They are not returning as working royals, but I think that there's more to that. I think that there's, Meghan is a fake it till you make it kind of gal, and I think maybe we've got a little bit of that going on. The Sussex family met Charles at Highgrove in July. Tom Sykes and Dan Wooten were discussing that as possibly a Cotswold property that they're looking at. I've looked at property in the Cotswolds, and there's varying price points in the Cotswolds, but who wouldn't want to live near the Beckhams? Harry and Meghan, they don't want to live near the Beckhams. Harry and William remain estranged. There was some talk out there that William said he had no interest in meeting the Sussex children. And I don't think that that's a cold thing. I'm not going to make a judgment on him because the kids are kids. They're going to sway your opinion. You know, you can't be mean to a kid, especially when they're right there. And we also have Charles Spencer writing a book. So I'm not treating these stories as palace confirmed facts, guys. These are reported, and Dan Wooten did say in his reporting that there was an embargo likely in place, and that all of the news outlets were told, don't drop this until we tell you to. We're going to give you access. We're going to walk you through the whole process, but don't drop the information until we tell you to. Middle of the night in England, not too cool. Not too cool. So let's go. All right, so we are going to do a poll. Let me do a poll real quick, and we'll just leave that up. So we've got Charles and reconciliation. We also have the King's health. I don't know if I can get all these in here. Their kids. Money. They are skint. Oh, and I think that's it. Hang on. King's health. I'm going to change their kids. Trump and visa issues. All right, so we can only have 4. So I'm going to create this poll. I'm going to start and show the poll. All you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is drop the number of your choice in there. So what do you think is behind this? King Charles, family reconciliation, the king's health, Trump and visa issues has been very quiet over there, or money, they are skint. All you have to do is drop the number in there. 1 for Charles, family reconciliation, 2 for the king's health, 3 for Trump and visa issues, 4 is money. You just have to drop the numbers into the chat and it will automatically. Nice, Sally. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sally. Keep them coming, guys, because we'll pull on these questions. All right, 32 of you in here. Everybody smash that like button. If you're not a member of the channel, become one. If you're not subscribed, become one. Become a subscriber. Let's move this up a little bit. I still have no filter. StreamYard, get your act together. StreamYard, get your act together. I got to move this polls right on top. Well, you guys want to see the cards, right? I'll just scoot over to the side. Okie dokie. So, all right. First thing. Was this planned? Or was it sudden? Okay. Was it planned? Thank you guys for pulling up there. Thank you. Thank you. Was it planned? How long has the idea of returning to Britain existed for Harry and Meghan? That's a new plan, guys. That's a new plan. And you know, when we look at timing, where's my timing deck? Is my timing deck? Nope, not my timing deck. All right. We're not going to keep looking for it. All right, so we got the magician, guys. Magician. So, before the July visit, were they seriously considering returning to the United Kingdom? No. Not at all. Guys, the July visit sparked something in who? Harry or Meghan? Is it Harry or Meghan? It's Harry. He's had enough. He has had enough. Enough. So I am going to say that the July visit caused this decision for Harry. That is my determination. I am calling it. That's what I'm saying. When Harry and Meghan met Charles at Highgrove, when they first got there, had they already decided they wanted to return? Harry, Meghan. So, I don't think so. But I do think that Harry walked in there feeling like, sir. Oh, Tessa. I'll read on that, baby. I gotcha. I think he wants out of the marriage too, baby doll. I think he does, Tessa. I see you out there. So, Meghan absolutely feels like a loser too, but she's not walking in the room like that. She is walking in the room more of this institution made it impossible for us to launch. That is what she is going to catalog in her brain. She's going to catalog that. So I think that they had not decided to go back in, But I think Meghan's attitude on the way walking in was, we can't be a success because the trappings of royalty have dogged us all this time. And either people are not, we're not connecting with people because, we are just so high above them. And that stupid royalty has made us inaccessible to others. So I do think she walked in with that attitude. He walked in ashamed, I'm not living up to what I should have been in the world. I'm not living up to what I should have been in the world. What a shame. Too sad, so sad. You don't have anything going for you. So now, by the end of the visit, how had that changed? Remember, we had Magician and Emperor in the reverse. How did they feel? Harry at the end of the visit, Meghan at the end of the visit. Well, you know what? Prodigal son is now ready to return. Oh, I've seen what it's like. He was on his Rumspringa. Those of you that are outside of the United States, the Amish culture here, the Amish communities, their young people get an opportunity to go live among the English, the non-Amish people here in the United States. And it is called it's something called Rumspringa. There was actually a TV series on it. As like Breaking Amish, there's a whole bunch of shows about it. But I think his foray in being a captain of Enterprise, not captain of the Enterprise, but a captain of Enterprise, I think that is over. I think he knows his Invictus is falling apart. Sentabali has fallen apart. What about Travelist? Travelist, anyone? Travelist is on hiatus forever. For her, it's still no road back. No road back. So, fancy. Let me indulge me. What did Harry tell Meghan after that visit? What did he tell Meghan after that visit? I'm a loser. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? We have no power here. Funny how these cards both came up again, right? Both of them came up again. We don't have any power over this situation. I have to be back here. This is where I belong. Hey, Magooch, good to see you. Good afternoon, dude. That Two of Cups is interesting. Tessa, where are you? Two of Cups. This is one way. This is one way for him to get a divorce light. He just doesn't. This is a way for them to separate. They can separate. So I don't think that Meghan is going to be there very much. And I think she is going to be a bitch the whole time she is in the United Kingdom. Twisted Tiara, good to see you. You should not be building walls, my love. Building walls. Look at you. Look at you. What do you think of these Harry and Meghan coming back? So yeah, Tessa, I'm going to agree with you. I think this is maybe a divorce light. I think he said, maybe some time apart would be okay. So why didn't they tell Charles at Highgrove? Because the idea was not formed yet. The idea was not formed until after Harry got out of that reception room, had a minute or two to think about it. And I do think that there was a moment where he needed to kind of think, and the staff took the kids away to go do something fun. And he realized that the support that he needs to be a person and a parent is back at home. I think it's back at home. So that's for Harry. That's for Harry. So that he needed to kind of formulate that. So I'm going to say, and I hope that this comes out in the news. I hope somebody reports this. I think after they walked out of that meeting, Harry was somewhat emotional and upset. And there was a staff member who said, sir, or whatever they call him, Duke, the Prince of England. Let me take these children and I will go do something fun in the garden for a little while you collect yourself. I think he realized that there are people there that have the best interest in his kids, and they're not subject to the churn and the royal and the craziness that I do think is in their disorganized life back here. So I do think that. For those of you that are coming in, make sure you hit the poll. We've got a poll going on here, guys. So who do you think is behind Harry and Meghan coming back to the UK? Put a number 1 in the chat if you think it's Charles, family reconciliation. Number 2, if you think they're concerned about the king's health. Number 3, if you think it has to do with Trump and the visa issues. And number 4, if you think they're skin. I've only got 4 votes and everybody's voting heavy on the money thing, guys. So get in there, vote. You just have to drop one of those numbers in the comments. So let's giddy up, kids. I want this poll rocking and rolling because we may have to dig down on one of these ideas. And don't forget, guys, this is going to be part of a 4-part series. The 4th part is going to be for my members only, but we're going to be unpacking this a little bit more tomorrow from the determinations of today. We're trying to figure out what the primary motivating factor was for today, and then we'll unpack it tomorrow. So, So why wasn't Charles told at Highgrove? I just really don't think. I think they were hustled out of there. But Harry really liked being back in that royal fold. He liked being back in that royal fold. Was Harry inflexible on this? Yep. He's running away from home yet again as an adult male. He ran away from home when he was running away from all the rules and regulations around his marriage. And now he's running away from home again. Fun fact, Harry, if you move out of the marital home, it's called abandonment of property in some states, and you can lose your investment in the home. So we may even have to go into a 5th version of this and unpack that. And I know I said I was staying away from these 2 this week. Dang it, I was almost out. They pulled me back in. So what happened after Highgrove that moved this idea to action and PR announcement? What happened in between? Do we want to have a little conversation with Harry and Meghan? Sophie Kent, it's good to see you, Sophie. Sorry if I burst anybody's eardrums on that. All right, let's do a conversation with Harry and Meghan. Are you ready? All right. Harry says, we got to go back to England. We got to go back. I know you don't like it, but we're unprotected. We're unsafe. We're unsound out here. And Meghan says, well, they have to pay for it. You have to fight harder. We have to make sure that we force our hand and get that security and get that bag and get all those things. Harry responded with, we're not getting it. They've already made the determination. It's not going to change. This is the determination of Ravik. And she says, well, their judgment is wrong. So we just have to go about our business. How can we keep doing our work if they are wrong? And Harry says, whoops. Even though the United Kingdom is not where you want to be, it's the best bet for us. This is going back to an ABUSE IVE spouse. It's the best and only choice for us now. This is what we want, even if we're not happy. This is not going to make them happy, guys. And what did she say? I guess you're right. I'm just going to have to deal with it. I'm just going to have to be sad in a castle. Ah, fuck off, Meghan. I don't like to curse before noon, but it's 12:05 over here, so fuck off, Meghan. Fuck off, Meghan. Was this timing chosen voluntarily? Yeah, I do think it was. All right, so right now I'm saying that this was a decision not necessarily based on financial need, but it's cultural need for Harry. He does not belong in the United States. He doesn't belong here. If he could have dumbed it down and acted, like a regular person, I'm telling you, if they had done a reality show like the prince becomes the man, like if they had done that reality show, I sketched it out for them. I did all the work. It would have been a smash hit. It would have been a smash hit. It would have been great. People would have loved it. They could have been funny. The editing and the production could have made Harry look funnier than he actually is. He could have smoked weed all day long. He could have surfed all day long, and Meghan could have decorated a sloppy surf shack and made it this like really cool thing. But instead, she just wanted to be up here. It's unbelievable. Yeah, and next week I think we're going to talk about the Twitter war between her and it's not really a Twitter war, but between her and yeah, you got that right, DIN 1950. They are broken, busted, skint. So, so does this match what you guys thought we were going to get on this? Like, I think this is really more Harry is a square peg trying to fit in a round hole here in America. And I think he bought the bill of sale that Meghan gave him, that they were going to be a wild success here. And I think he now realizes 6-7 years on that he's not a wild success. They threw down with my honey bunny, Mark Dolan. What were they thinking? Nobody puts Mark Dolan in the corner. How dare they? How dare they? They're going toe to toe with Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart rolls with some crazy people. She's going to roll up. She's going to roll up at your house. She's going to show up in Montecito and be like, look, bish, you are not going to do what I do. Yeah, I think, Zeph, I agree. I think he thought he was going to be loved by Americans the way that we loved Diana, Princess of Wales, the late Princess of Wales. But I think he also thought that her sparkle landed on him as well. And that, that's that. Like, they're just going to love me because they have to. They have to. It's a poor Harry. Poor Harry. So, all right, so let's see. So I think that Harry was the one who really wanted to do this. How strongly did Harry want this move? He's been thinking about it for a while, guys. How opposed is Meghan? It's a new chapter. It's a new chapter. It's a new chapter. It's a new chapter. Oh, I can't. Oh, this is not the rebrand we wanted. So, mark my words. This is a prediction. Meghan Markle is going to kind of brand this as a sacrifice for her husband, and brand it for a sacrifice for the royal family, and brand it for, it's a sacrifice that I have to make as a woman and a mother and a woman of color and a business entrepreneur and a founding flounder. She's going to say that this is a sacrifice. She is going to retire from whatever unsuccessful thing she's doing. She's going to retire because she's just going to be a wife and a mom. And her Instagram is just going to be a wife and a mom. So just real quick, are we going to see, is this the death knell of as ever? DIN, are you new in here? I haven't seen you here before. Is this the death knell of As Ever. Chariot in reverse. The moon. As Ever is going to fade a little bit, guys. It's going to fade. We're not going to hear about it. Those expiration dates are coming and going. So the crepes, the shortbread, those have all expired. And we have we're on the clock now, 1 year until all these jams and jellies. And I don't think honey ever expires, but so yeah. As Ever, we're gonna see it fade. And she just stepped up her marketing on it. She's been very aggressive with her marketing. I agree, Zeph. I agree. And DIN, I think she lied to everybody. I think she claimed to be pregnant to get married. I think that's why the weddings were moved around. I think that's why her dress was a little big. I think she claimed she had a miscarriage. I think it was an easy way to get the royal family to really rally around her. Oh, you've lurked a long time. Oh, DIN, I'm glad you're talking. We're a nice community here. They make me so angry too. That she enrages me because when I lived in Los Angeles, I knew a million girls like her. A million. They were all just trying to secure the bag. They were trying to find a dumb guy with deep pockets that they could latch onto and launch their career. You know, I will say Phil Hartman's wife, very similar in the sense that she really wanted to expand her own career by her attachment to Phil Hartman. We all know how that ended. Terrible. So, hi, Dora. Dora. All right. So, how much of this decision was influenced by things outside of Harry's control? I'm thinking here, he does have that, the judgment against him for that case. So how much of this decision was influenced by things that were outside of his control? Look at that, guys. Look at that. You know what this is? This is the pay up, sucker. Pay up, sucker. This is inequitable parties. He doesn't have the money to pay them back. He doesn't have the money to pay the judgment. So that's a big part of it. Are we going to see that Montecito house sell? So I'm going to say this. And remember, guys, I have 15 minutes left, so I'm going to crank this out as quickly as I can. I think that they bought that house as a business. I think the house was purchased and the intention was to continue to let it out for productions and videos and things like that. I think that was the intention. I don't think that it was always going to be a primary resident. And I do think that they have another residence. I do think that there are other places that they can scoot off to. They're way underwater on the house, absolutely. But when the prior owner had it, there was an ad that you could do music videos there, you could do filming there, all kinds of stuff. My parents get hit up a lot of the time to do filming at their house, and they turn it down all the time. Once upon a time, there was I think a Victoria's Secret shoot that they were going to do in the house, and my parents backed out of it at the last minute. I shouldn't say that. They not at the last minute. They just decided not to do it. But filming, they wreck your house. They really wreck your house. So if they're not living in it, I don't think they care. But I don't think they had people knocking down the doors to get in there to film. I don't think they did. I don't think they had a lot of takers on that. So there it is. I think the house is not yielding what they needed to, but I think they're going to try and hang on to it a little bit longer. I do also think that the house was sold to one of their companies, so I think it's in a trust at this point. I don't know what happens to Harry's inheritance money if that goes into a trust. I think if we, maybe somebody in the comments will be able to explain that to me, how that works. When the house goes into the trust. So, all right. So All right. We are going to figure this out. Good morning. Gregopedia is here.
Good morning.
So, how important is repairing Harry's relationship with Charles to this move? It's not. It's a lie. That's a liar. That's a liar. How is Charles actively encouraging Harry's return? That is a big fat no. That is a big fat no. So, how much concern about Charles's health is driving Harry's decision? Some of it. He is concerned but not panicked. Does Harry feel like he's running out of time with his father? He wants to get in his father's ear. I think he feels like he's running out of contact with his father more than running out of time. So, how important were Archie and Lily in this decision? They think it's going to be a much better childhood for these kids. Is British schooling a major factor? Not really. Does Harry want his kids to be connected to the family? No, that's a no. Does he feel that they are deprived of something being in California? Yes. They're very much outside their birthright. Their birthright. Birthright. Is Harry trying to establish a place for his children while Charles is still king? Yes. Yep, we're the kids you're not going to get rid of. We're the branch of the family tree that you might be embarrassed about, but you are going to have to deal with us because we're not going anywhere. And if you don't bring us back in, we are going to be all over the newspapers telling them about what terrible people you are for not taking care of us and letting us run around barefoot in Kensington Gardens. So... TT, I saw that too. Yeah, I agree with that. Generational pain, genetic pain is what he called it, that dolt. All right, so is security a motivating issue? How important is security at this point? Security is important right now, but I just said security. I didn't say like personal protection, but I do think that this is a financial thing, and they want the progeny of their progeny to have some kind of a future. Oh my God. These are the great grandchildren of Queen Elizabeth II. Really? Because you treated her like crap, you two. Oh my God. Oh my God. So, has Harry received any reassurance from the palace? There are going to be limits on his world, but he has received some reassurance from the king that he will be tucked away and taken care of properly. So somebody asked before, is Charles paying for their expenses? Are we going to see Charles pay for some of their expenses? So I don't think this says grace and favor home. I do not think he is going to pay for it. Well, I don't want to talk about William. Because that's going to be in my members only video. So TT, Dora, Lori, you guys will all get to see it. Sarah, you're going to get to see it. So how about money? How much financial pressure is influencing this move? How much financial pressure? Justice in reverse. They are stuck, guys. They owe everybody. They've got money issues, and they can extend the amount of time that they'll have to pay if they go back there. I don't know how they're going to do that. But does proximity to the monarchy improve their commercial value? It does. But they can't get away from the reputation. They're never going to be part of the royal family again, guys. Harry, I think when he is much older, we'll see him a little bit cozier with the royal family. Is maintaining multiple properties a reality for them? Are they going to be able to maintain multiple properties? The one in Portugal, I think, is very small. It really is a vacation home, and it's a vacation home that I think any one of us really could let out. That Montecito one, I think it's already on the market. I think they're already doing it. Oh, Keith, I will do that. I'm going to be on the run today. But I will do that. I will do that. So where is Meghan going to spend the bulk of her time? The US, the UK, or Portugal? The US, the UK, and Portugal. I don't think she's going to be in Portugal a lot. I do think she is going to be in the US a lot. I think she's going to be in the US a lot. I think when she goes to the United Kingdom, she is going to be cloistered. She's not going to be out and about talking to people. She's not going to have any kind of a presence. I think she is really going to cloister herself there. So Trump with the visa. Guys, I got 7 minutes. Trump and the visa. Yeah, something was coming down with the visa, and he's not welcome here anymore. I think he knows that he's not welcome. I think his immigration status was complicated. Let's put it that way. With children in school, Portugal seems limited to school holidays. Yeah, probably. Probably. But I mean, my kids had tons of school holidays. So, all right. This is our last question, and then I'm going to bug out of here. I'm going to see if I can do some quick hits on questions that I tagged here. How important is the reign of William in this decision? Harry knows that when William gets into play, that he is on the outside. This is the only time he can get back into the United Kingdom. I think his brother would banish him if he could. I think his father would banish them. Henriette. Let's see what this is. I don't know how to say your name. So will Meghan allow those kids to live in the United Kingdom? Ooh, she's not happy about it. She's going to pretend that she is. She doesn't have any other place for them to go. It's a relief squad. Relief squad for her. It's a relief. She doesn't have any money. She doesn't have any money. Is Harry attempting to normalize his presence in Britain before William controls the situation? He's a nervous wreck, kids. Look at this. We're getting the same cards. Nervous wreck. Nervous wreck. He doesn't know what he's doing with the rest of his life. He always thought his job would be open for him. He always thought it was going to be there. Is Harry attempting to create a situation that William inherits and has to live with? Yep. He's trying to do that. He is trying to do that. So, all right, guys, we are going to look at the motives real quick. And so we've got votes here. I'm going to end the poll. And we have an overwhelming majority are saying that it's money and they're skint. I'm going to agree. I think Harry has zero power in the United States. I think he feels very, very sorry for himself. And I think that they are skint. I think those are true things. So thank you for participating in that poll. Let's get back to some questions. Keith, I want to thank you for throwing my girl, Twisted Tiara, some healing over there. I very, very much appreciate that. TT, I'm glad that I got a psychic score, and I hope that they are going to be able to sort that out for you. Thank you so, so much for letting me know I had a psychic score. And girl, I love you. I hope you're doing good. I've been really neglectful of all of my friends with these kids going to college. I've been kind of crazy. Susa, join the paid tier, even if it's just for the week. You'll get the one video. It's going to be a long one. All right, so I think, so let's do the actual driver, primary driver. Is Harry wants to feel like he is powerful in building something. He wants to feel like he has an effect on something. Secondary factor. Harry feels like a complete jerk. He's not doing anything with himself. He wants to grow up. He feels like he went back to being a teenager. And I think that's because Meghan was like, you be the stay-at-home dad and I'll be the breadwinner. I'll be the boss babe with my MLM. I will do my multi-level marketing company. And you just stay home because I'm a boss babe. So what's some of the noise behind the situation? Industry, things that we know, things that are hidden. There are things that are not necessarily important to this move, but that are motivating him because he feels like a complete failure. And the only time he felt like a success was when he was around his microculture, the royal family. So, guys, what is the most important reason for Harry and Meghan to be coming back to the United Kingdom? Most important reason. They need something to do. They don't have anything industrious to do. They're all out of stories. They're all out of tales. They are all out of ideas. They're stuck. They got nothing left. Pearl fell apart. Harry's polo series fell apart. That was ridiculous. You know, none of that has worked. So, and word is Harry was given a choice by the government to leave. I think they did, and I think the royal family stepped in there. And Tessa, just to proof this, does Harry want out of the marriage? Bada bing, bada boom. He wants a separation. He's not ready to act on it yet, but he is ready to get out. He wants to get to a safe place. Good call, Tessa. Where is Doria these days? Where is Doria? D-O-R-I-A. Doria. Where is Doria? Doria is not at home. Kept seeing Doria at like an artist's thing. And I think she remains there. It was out in the desert someplace. And I do think she had Archie with her at one point. I think that was what my reading said. But I think she's out there. Are they going back to royal duties? That is the last question I am going to answer. Last question. Are they going back to royal duties? Boom. Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Nope. They're not doing it. Not doing it. So, not going back to royal duties. Guys, thank you for participating in this live. Don't forget what I said. I was going to do a live tonight at 7 o'clock. I am doing it next week. Baby boy's got a performance. I'm going to go out and see my baby boy because I miss him, even though he was home this weekend with a gross stomach virus. He did have a stomach virus and he was home. So it is great to have everybody here. We had a nice round table here. Don't forget, we are going to be talking about more of this tomorrow in a production video. Saturday, maybe we'll do Saturday live too. Maybe we'll do a Saturday live on this. And then I will drop the bonus episode as quickly as possible because I know you guys all want to know what's going on with William. So let's meet back here later. Tomorrow morning, we're going to have a live for the membership at 11 o'clock. We're going to hold our questions on the Harry and Meghan moving back thing. Then we're going to have a live at 1 o'clock, and I may turn that live into more questions about this. So I may have a framework, and I may make it a little bit longer. Let's see what we're going to do. So maybe we'll do Saturday live. I don't know. This was crazy news that was getting dropped. So I want to keep my production videos up, but at the same time, I want to make sure that we get this done. And Sousa is a new member. Thank you so much for jumping into the cookie jar. We appreciate it. Members, you guys get early access to all my videos. You get an opportunity to win a free reading once a month. And you also get a permanently discounted rate for all private readings with me. So I'm going to work on a half-hour one for you members too. But I got to jump over to reading with one of my clients right now. Guys, if you want to get your own magical reading with me, I've got plenty of time open. Members, don't forget, you have your own private link. It is in a post, and it's on a lot of your members-only videos. If you can't find it, email me at fortunecookiestarot@gmail.com. I will send it over. Keith, I am going to need that nervous system read tomorrow because I am a nervous wreck, my friend. But for now, I am going to see you guys in the future.